Cosmic Messages, Exploring Interstellar Communication. Imagine this, a quiet night under a clear sky. The stars twinkle, each one like a solitary beacon in the vast cosmic ocean. Somewhere, beyond what our eyes can reach, perhaps an entirely different civilization is sending a message. Not with words, not with lights, but with radio waves, waves that traverse the interstellar abyss invisible yet filled with purpose. Could we be surrounded by messages we have yet to learn how to hear? Since the moment humanity first gazed up at the sky, we have wondered whether we are alone in the universe. With the advent of radio technology in the 20th century, a new chapter began. Not only could we look at the stars, but we could also listen. This gave birth to the SETI program, Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, an initiative aimed at detecting radio signals from other civilizations. But so far, the silence has been deafening. Is it truly absolute silence? Perhaps the real question is whether we are searching in the right way. Some theories suggest that we might be receiving messages all the time, but we fail to understand them simply because we don't know how to interpret them. Like an orchestra whose instruments play at frequencies our ears cannot perceive, the universe could be singing a melody we have yet to decipher. In 1977, a radio signal changed our perception of the cosmos. It was detected by a radio telescope in Ohio and became known as the WOW signal, named after an astronomer who wrote that exclamation next to the recording. It lasted only 72 seconds, but its intensity and origin baffled scientists. Nothing like it has ever been detected again. What was it? A cosmic coincidence, a natural phenomenon we don't yet understand, or perhaps a distant civilization attempting a timid greeting? No one knows, but one thing is certain: the WOW signal taught us a crucial lesson. Messages from the universe might be fleeting, ephemeral. If we blink, we might miss the whisper of the stars. The idea that advanced civilizations might communicate through encoded radio transmissions is not far-fetched. Theoretical physicists have suggested that a sufficiently advanced society could use techniques that would appear as mere noise to us: modulated waves, specific pulses, or even hidden mathematical patterns in what we dismiss as interference. Think about this. A century ago, our own radio messages would have been incomprehensible to any human observer from earlier times. So why should we expect to instantly understand an interstellar message? Perhaps what we need is not just to listen, but to learn how to listen, with new ears, with new tools. The Fermi paradox poses a haunting question. If the universe is so vast and ancient, why haven't we found evidence of intelligent life? Some theories suggest that other civilizations might be deliberately avoiding detection, perhaps because they know something we don't, or maybe their forms of communication are so different from ours that we simply lack the ability to perceive them. What if the radio waves we detect and classify as natural phenomena, such as the mysterious fast radio bursts, FRBs, are actually encrypted messages? These intense pulses of unknown origin have baffled scientists for years. They occur billions of light-years away, and while natural explanations have been proposed, none have fully solved the mystery. If the universe were filled with messages, what would they look like? Some scientists believe that mathematics could be the universal language. After all, numbers are a constant woven into the very fabric of reality. In the 1970s, we sent the Pioneer plaques and the Arecibo Message into space, signals carrying information about our location, our solar system, and even our DNA. But what if extraterrestrial civilizations use an even more complex language? A code based on quantum physics principles, or signals interwoven with the very particles of the universe. Perhaps their messages are hidden in plain sight, waiting for us to take the necessary leap in understanding to finally recognize them. The search for messages in space confronts us with a fascinating paradox. We could be surrounded by civilizations, yet trapped in an abyss of misunderstanding. Perhaps it's not just about listening, but about learning to communicate in ways we have yet to imagine. Maybe the real challenge is not simply finding a signal, but being prepared to understand it when it arrives. And here arises the most unsettling question of all. If we hear the message, what will we say in response? How would we represent our species, our history, our hopes, and our fears? What could we possibly say that wouldn't feel insignificant against the vastness of the cosmos? In the end, gazing at the sky is not just a search for answers out there. It is also a mirror, a reminder of what it means to be human, small explorers in a vast ocean, wondering if on some distant shore someone else is looking back at us. So next time you gaze at the stars, listen with your heart. Perhaps, somewhere between the silence and the mystery, the universe is already speaking. Thank you.